Good morning. It is morning. It is not an evening, unusually for the Hearthstone half hour, but welcome to it nonetheless. I'm Hammy. This is FailCraft Casts. Hope you're well and good. Curse from Naxxramas is out for Hearthstone, and in our little series of mini guides and playthroughs, we are next going through the Arachnid Wing class challenges for none other than Curse from Naxxramas, Hearthstone's first adventure mode. So we're going to jump in. You can see we have Druid and Rogue. We're going to go for Druid first, I think. Defeat her and we get the special Druid card for Naxxramas, so we must not forget to pet Mr. Bigglesworth as we venture into our game. So, class challenges in Curse of Naxxramas. They're what you need to play to win the particular Naxxramas card for other things.
My acolytes serve me without question.
Grand Widow Faerlina. You can check out our other video on youtube.com/FailCraft Casts. And remember that to win your Druid class card, you have to be able to win with a specifically different deck that you've been given. So we know that Faerlina summons a lot of minions with Death-rattle. If you let her get too many minions with Death-rattle on the table, it all gets messy. So you want silences, Keeper of the Grove, but I also want some early game pressure. So I'm going to get that Nerubian egg. So hopefully I can get some pressure on the table early. And my mulligan is nice because I get an Innovate and a Gargoyle. So these class decks, these specifically chosen decks that you need to play with in Naxxramas, have no control over them. Of course, they're a nice little challenge. So they're a combination of Druid cards, or whatever the class is that you're playing is, and they also have, of course, some new Naxxramas cards in. So I've got the Stenson Gargoyle there at the start of your turn, restore this minion to full health. Brilliant, could be brilliant against aggro if you make him a tank. I can see him doing lots of interesting and nice things. So I'm going to get my Nerubian egg down, which is another new one. Now, of course, if the Nerubian egg is not killed, then it will never summon the 4/4 Nerubian. It's only when the Death-rattle is in effect. So you need to find either a way of giving a Nerubian egg attack so you can sacrifice it against an enemy minion, or you need a spell that you yourself have so that you can, again, sacrifice the egg to get it out. There we can see the nasty dancing swords. When it dies, our opponent draws a card. I can't quite give my Nerubian egg attack just yet. I can't quite take out dancing swords just yet. Oh, I can take out dancing swords, okay. So I'm going to sadly have to sacrifice my stones for the Gargoyle, but I don't like that dancing swords. I'm going to get off the table. And the nice thing about it is naturalize. I get to draw a card for Dancing Swords, Death-rattle. And what's even... Ooh, hello, now this is dangerous. So Death Charger is never a card, hopefully, that would hit the real game. You can see why it's so nasty. It's got charge, and for 1 mana, deal 3 damage to your hero. Okay, so it does damage when it expires. Lovely. So Naturalize is a lovely little combo, and you can see why in this deck challenge they've given you Nerubian egg and Naturalize. If I destroy a minion, I will give Faerlina 2 cards. I don't really want to do that, but I can destroy the Nerubian egg to get a big minion out on the table if I so desire. But what I'm actually just going to do is... let's have a think. Well, I can swipe what's more nasty. What's more nasty is the card that buffs itself up. So I'm going to swipe to get some clearance going. This may hit me again, but I can take it out again next game.
Ready.
Good morning to those of you who are joining us for this early morning in the UK stream. Wolfie, welcome to you as well, sir. I know you are certainly coming from the US of A. Mark of the Wild. Right, we now have our next turn. Faerlina's dropped a Dark Cultist. When it dies, a random minion gets 3 health. So ideally, think of the play order. You want that to die last. Or you want it ideally to die when there's nothing else on the table for it to buff. Argus will let me attack and sacrifice. That could be quite a nice option. But getting down the Haunted Creeper could also be quite cool too. I could give this 4 attack or 4 health and taunt. Do you know what? This is another interesting combo. So I could get it to attack and start removing minions. Or I can give it taunt and 4 health. That forces my opponent to attack it. And then when it dies, it will get more minions. So Druid, you can see how this deck has been created. It's got some nice little combos. There we go. He's trying to take it down. He can't quite take it. She, shall I say, can't quite take it. Now you can see that Faerlina has dropped a Necro Knight. Destroy the minions next to this one as well. Now that Death-rattle sounds terrible until you realise that when the Dark Cultist dies, it has a Death-rattle. And then the Death Charger has a Death-rattle. So Faerlina is a great example of a lot of Death-rattle mechanics in Curse of Naxxramas cards, and it's very, very fun to see Blizzard effectively, through giving you these class challenges, demoing you some ideas you could be using in decks. How can you use all of these Death-rattles very effectively? Well, I've got a fun play that I can make. I Either I can create a whole bunch of tanks, or I can create an attacking Nerubian egg to get my Nerubian out next go. So I'm actually going to do this for fun. I'm suddenly going to create lots of spiders. When those spiders die, I'm going to summon all kinds of things. I'm going to take this opportunity to take out that Death Charger. And you can see that the negative effect of the Death Charger, he's done 3 damage to Faerlina. So at this point in time, the game's quite balanced. But, oh, here come the swings. But you can see that, oh, even though he's been killing my spider tanks, this is not Watch Dogs. Worshipper, your hero has 1 attack on your turn, and Faerlina can use her hero-ness to start attacking things. However, she has removed the Nerubian egg, and you can see I've then just got the Nerubian on the deck, which is excellent. There's no reason for me to destroy a minion, and my opponent draws 2 cards, and then of course I can use that on enemy minions as well as my own. But what we are going to do is look to see if we can find a way. Now, if he destroys both minions next to him, then he won't be able to give a random minion 3 health as far as I understand it. So it's well worth me trying to find a way to remove this. So I'm going to take it on the chin. Now note that this is the worst situation for your Necro Knight to be in, because it will destroy 2 minions and none of them are going to get the benefit of the Death Rattle. So if I'd killed the minion on the right and there were other minions alive, then one of them would have been buffed full health. Because that hasn't happened, I've somehow managed to keep everyone on the deck. So play order against all of these Death Rattles is quite important as well.
The Widow embraces me.
And we've got another Dark Cultist down, we've got another Worshipper down. The Worshipper's an interesting card because it gives you a hero chip damage ability to just pick off lots of rushy minions. However, I have to draw another Defender Argus, and you can see again what this deck that Blizzard have designed is trying to challenge you to do. So again, think of play order. What we need to do is remove the card that would benefit from the Death Rattle, and then we'll remove the card from the Death Rattle. So by doing so, again that Dark Cultist dies, and Faerlina's minions have not got the benefit of the Death Rattle. So when playing Death Rattles, just really have to think about the order in which you're going to be playing all of this. Faerlina steps up with her new attack. However, she's had to take a fair amount of damage square on the chin, and I may well be able to finish the game out next turn. We certainly can, so we can throw down a bit of extra damage. Faerlina has no tanks, and there you go, that is the Druid class challenge all done. Swing in for the win. So that is our Druid challenge. We've got Poison Seeds, the Druid card, destroy all minions and summon 2/2 Treants to replace them. I really want to play with that card, that just sounds so fun. So that is how you get in Naxxramas. Every time you complete a hero challenge, you'll get the card for that particular hero for Naxxramas. So thank you so much for tuning in to this mini FailCraft Casts Curse of Naxxramas mini guide playthrough. And what we've done is just play through the Druid class challenge, show you a bit about the Druid deck, this custom deck that you get given to play the challenge with, and then also a bit about how you can play that deck, and how Grand Widow Faerlina, if you haven't played her already, how her deck works out as well. So having an idea of how to play the Druid deck, some of the combos that Blizzard have put in there for you to explore, and then understanding how Faerlina and the deck that she uses effectively pulls up a lot of nice combinations. With Death Rattle, making sure that you play in the correct play order is important, so that you're not giving Faerlina the benefits that she desires from her deck by giving her loads of Death Rattles. So thanks so much for tuning in. This has been, as always, the Hearthstone Half Hour. I have, as always, been Hammy. As a little sign off, where can you find more of us? Well, I can answer that question for you very, very easily. You can find us at twitch.tv/FailCraft Casts if you're watching this on YouTube. Go to twitch.tv/FailCraft Cast, without the last S, as you can see in the left column. You can find us there Monday through Friday evenings, generally between 7 and 8 PM UK time. However, we'll always tweet on @FailCraft Casts just before we're going to go live, so you will know what time we're going to be going live, which is absolutely awesome. If you're watching this live or you're on YouTube, go and check out our other Curse of Naxxramas guide playthrough videos. We do a Hearthstone Half Hour, regular live Hearthstone show, arena, constructed decks, all very new player friendly. And then if you're a little bit more intermediate, want to get into a bit more Hearthstone, we can take you through some of those on other nights of the week as well. So do check that out. And then last but not least, as well as Twitter at FailCraft Casts, we have the website failcraft.org. All of our articles are there, blogs, videos, and also some things that don't live so well in a video format, such as the wonderful new player links and similar things that people are up to. So thanks so much for tuning in. I will see you very, very soon. And as always, sorry, all types in the chat. It's the wonders and joys of streaming live as well. So thank you so much for tuning in. I hope to see you again in another one of our videos or guides. And if you liked it, let us know what was good. If you didn't like it, let us know what we can improve. Thank you very much, and take